Okay, so this is lesson 74. It starts on page 448. We have done problems like this. They're just bringing it back, making it look a little bit different. Before, they were always focused on, like, it wasn't always a fraction or a decimal or whatever. So they just made it a little bit harder. I've already written out example 1. What fraction of 56 is 42? Okay? And so the main, about fell off my chair. The main thing to remember is that of means multiplication and is the equals. Okay, so remember how we did these? We drew kind of a line and we replaced of with a multiplication sign. And we replaced is with an equal sign. The numbers, typically we can just rewrite. Remember, if it was like a percentage, we had to do the percentage. And then the what part, so this whole thing actually, we're going to replace. They're going to replace in the book with the letter W standing for what, with a little f, which is what fraction. That's how they're going to do that. Basically, you could replace it with anything. You could replace it with an N, right? This is what we're missing. Missing number times 56 equals 42. And the other hint is that they're asking for a fraction, so they want the answer to be a fraction. Don't give me a decimal here, give me a fraction. Okay? So if you look at this times 56 equals 42. So to find our answer, we're going to divide by 56. That's a 5. Okay? That's the math that you do. You take 42 divided by 56, and that gives you your answer. Now, the temptation would be to just do that division, but since they're asking for a fraction, I'm just going to write it over here. What they're going to want you to do is take 42 over 56 and recognize this is just a fraction we can reduce. Both those numbers reduce by 7, I think. Yeah, this would be an 8, and that'd be a 6, okay? Those reduce again by 2. So, the answer, and we see it in the book, is 3/4. Okay, what fraction of 56 is 42? That means 42 is 3/4 of 56. Okay, we're going to look at example 2. It's going to take me a moment. You can see it there in the book, and I know you write things down with me, so you can go ahead and keep writing with me. Example 2 is right there on page 449. It says 75 written out is what decimal? Oh, I'm not going to be able to get this in one line. Man, I'm going to do it though. I can't write out the word 75 though and fit it on here, so I'm going to have to replace it. 75 is what decimal part of 20. Okay, this is example 2. I rewrote 75 as a number, which we're going to do when we create our equation anyway. Okay, is becomes equals, that 75 can go right down. I know my lighting. And then the of is over here, and 20. And this is the missing part. I don't need to leave so much space. I just do because I like to draw it completely down. And so they're going to replace that with the letter W, what, and then a little D for decimal. That's what the book does, okay? 75 is what decimal part of 20? Okay, so if I write this equation a little cleaner, 75 equals WD times 20. You see that in the book there, okay? Now, they are looking for a decimal. They're not looking for a fraction, okay? I'm going to erase this so we have more space. 75 is what decimal part of 20? So 75, equals W sub D times 20, okay? And we're going to do division again. You got to divide 75 by 20. Divide both sides by 20. I wish we could have gotten to that in class. Miss Werner's going to wish you'd have got that too. Basic equation math. But, all right. So I'm going to take 75. Let me They're like this. And issues with this video for some reason. Alright. 75 divided by 20. It's going to go in 3 times with 15 left over. I'm going to add a decimal because I'm trying to do a decimal. I'm not trying to do a fraction. 20 goes into 157 times because 2 times 7 is 14. I'm going to have 10 left over. I'm going to bring down another 0. And 20 goes into 100 exactly 5 times. 3.75. 3 and 75 hundredths. That's that. Okay. I don't think we need to do example 3 because it's very similar to what we've done. All right. That one they're just saying in that particular example you could use a decimal or a fraction. So you need to know how to do both. If they ask for a decimal, do a decimal. If they ask for a fraction, do a fraction. Okay. Best wishes.